How does one grow a company from 12 employees with a $250,000 budget to 200 employees with a $7 million budget? And how does one invest a mere $5,500 into a startup business and only 7 years later hit the $4 million mark? Jane Boston, president and owner of Motivations, Inc., one of the largest providers of continuing education for physical, occupational, and speech therapists in the nation, is now releasing her secret to her success. In 2007, Jane was featured in the February issue of Entrepreneur magazine. In 2005, she was named Woman Business Owner of the Year from the Charlotte chapter of the National Association of Women Business Owners. She has been featured on various television and radio programs both locally and in other markets nationwide. Jane Boston is a much sought-after motivational speaker traveling extensively across the country, sharing how the very specific skill of listening to God has launched her company to million-dollar status. In The Longer You Wait, The Bigger the Miracle, Jane Boston's how-to book, she shares how to develop the very specific skill of listening to God.
I am holding up Entrepreneur magazine, 7 Keys to Startup Success. Looks interesting, but my guest today has a full page in here, and I'm impressed. How do you know when you can establish God's perfect timing?
When I know it's Him, there's clarity, there's confidence, and there's a compulsion to act. And if I don't have those 3 things put together in a complete package in my mind, then it means wait.
Let's go over those again.
Okay.
3 of them.
Clarity, confidence, and a compulsion to act. My best example was somebody recently.
Usually you stay away from compulsions.
Well, it becomes, when He has given you something to do, it is so within you that you almost can't not do it. And that's the kind of compulsion that I'm talking about. Somebody had recently asked me that they weren't sure if they should marry this person that they were thinking about marrying, and what did I think about that? And I said, well, I can tell you the answer is it's wait, because you don't have clarity, you don't have confidence in that, and you don't have the compulsion that this is something you must do right away to please God. So, you know, I use those as my tests. I have lots of other information organized to help people come to those kind of understandings.
To date, The Longer You Wait, The Bigger the Miracle has raised tens of thousands of dollars for her church and her nonprofit organization, Women's Initiative Network.
Do they get this when they join, or what happens?
That book is available, and that is one of our fundraising opportunities for WIN to continue to grow. It really helps a woman who feels like God has given them an initiative to put more time and study and trying to identify how He's guiding them, knowing when to act and when to wait. Learning to listen is vital.
Jane Boston's success is not by accident. She's mastered the art of moving in God's perfect timing and uses it effectively in her business.
I would think this is one area where you could really get impatient, because when you get an idea, you just want to run with it.
That is so true.
And usually God will put you on hold. Have you found that to be true?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But you know, I think that's where the title became so important. The longer you wait, the bigger the miracle. Because as humans, we can make some things happen, but we can make them happen miraculously when we let Him let it evolve. And the more I've learned to wait, the less work, the less energy, and the more amazing results I have in what I'm doing in my particular company and workplace.
Jane shares how listening to God has created her personal success.
I'm sure there are many business people who find success with their own knowledge and skills,
Yes.
but for me, I couldn't imagine doing what I've been able to do without understanding and hearing from God.
Yes.
In working in the business community, so many times I'll find Christians who say to me, let's make a plan and then God will show up. But I'm going at it even closer. I'm saying, God, what's your plan?
Jane Boston teaches audiences how to take their lives to the next level by better communicating with God. In The Longer You Wait, The Bigger the Miracle, the once book turned Bible study, she pinpoints her key to success and then reaches back to help others live out God's plan for their lives and find their success as well. Jane Boston is an experienced media guest and has been speaking to Christian audiences for over 10 years. To book her for a television or radio segment, contact her directly at 803-802-5454 or log on to her media page at www.jboston.com. janeboston.com.